In this video, I will show you how to install and run a Docker n8n instance. Docker provides a clean and independent environment for n8n. One distinct feature of this setup is that your environment will be persistent between start and stop of the Docker container. It means the pipelines that you created and then stopped the container will be there when you run the container again. Also pay attention that my operational system is macOS. On Windows and Linux, this setup might be slightly different. To start the setup, open terminal and run docker command. If you see something like this, the Docker is installed and you're ready to go with the rest of the setup. If not, please go to Docker website. Select Docker Desktop, click Download Docker Desktop and select your operational system. In my case, it's Apple Silicon. In yours, it might be different, Linux or Windows. Just select the appropriate operational system and architecture of the CPU. Click Download. You will see invitation to download DMG file, download it. Then go to your downloads. Find the DMG file that you've just downloaded, double-click it and drag it to your applications folder. After the successful Docker installation, search Docker Desktop. You will see Docker Desktop installation, pretty fresh, no containers, no images and no volumes. Let's create an n8n Docker container with shared volume using docker-compose. To check whether you have a docker-compose, go to your console again, type docker-compose -version. If you see something like this, usage and other things, it means it is installed. If it is not, you will see unknown command. Go to Docker page back and search for docker-compose. Open any text editor. I will use Sublime, create a new file and populate it with the following content. Version, just a docker-compose version. Services, you are building n8n service. This is the name of the image. This is the name of a container. Container will restart unless stopped. This is the mapping of a port. This is internal n8n port and this is external application service port. So you are able to open it in a browser. This is a mapping of a volume. This is internal Docker volume. It is not persistent, right? But we want to have a persistence between container runs. So we need to map it to a local folder. Let's check our local folder. Type pvd. This is our default root folder. Go back to your text editor and replace this part with your actual root folder so that you will see this hidden folder in your operational system. Environment, localhost and n8n protocol, HTTP. It's fine default, don't touch them. And this is the name of the shared volume. Click Ctrl S or Command S and save this configuration. Call it docker-compose.yaml. Click Save. Go back to the console and type the following string: docker-compose up -d. Click Enter. Since I don't have n8n container, the container now is pulled from Docker Hub. Give it a couple of minutes maybe. Also go check your root folder. You will see a new YAML file created called docker-compose. Finally, we see that the volume and container created. You may see here also a network. This is not my first run, so network already exists. Go to Docker Desktop. Now you will see container, n8n, just as we asked, and image name, just as we set up. Image name and index and the size. You see it's not empty, it's almost a gigabyte of size with all n8n libraries. And the volume. Now let's check the status of all the containers on this machine. We will see that we have one container active with this image name and it works on port 5678 and its name is n8n. So let's go to localhost port 5678 And we will see our n8n clean installation because we just downloaded it. So insert your credential, your first name, last name, click next. You can skip this. Get a free license key. I already received it. Now let's test the persistence. Click create workflow and create any simple workflow. Create some first step with manual trigger and give it a particular name. Save it. Go to list of workflows. You will see your workflow. It was updated just now with one manual trigger. The main value of this setup is persistence of your container. Persistence means your workflows and their state will persist between Docker container runs. Let's proceed with our experiment and stop this container. Let's run a command docker-compose stop container name. You will see that this container is stopped. If we run docker-ps-8 command, we will see that it exited 7 seconds ago. Let's go and check our n8n in the browser. If you refresh it, you see that this site cannot be reached. This application has been stopped. Now let's start it again. Type docker-compose up -d and you will see that the container is started. Let's verify it. We will see that this container is created 4 minutes ago. Remember, we've just created it when we were pulling all this data from Docker Hub, and now it is up for 4 seconds. If we go back to our localhost, we will see that our test workflow is there. Moreover, its name and the status of all the nodes have been preserved. This is the whole point of this beautiful setup. See, that was pretty easy. You can wrap up your n8n environment from localhost to a Docker container, move it between PCs or deploy it on a remote server and have your applications running there. Hit like and subscribe for more n8n hints.